Welcome to session 7B of the module on systematic approaches to evidence assessment. Well done, you've made it through to the final unit of the course, and what we're turning our attention to in this particular unit is the implementation plan. Now, the implementation plan is essentially an action plan, but being used specifically for implementation. And there are, of course, two issues to it, two components, which is what action is actually required and how do you communicate that. In terms of communication, you need to think very carefully about your target audience. What sort of interventions would they respond to? And you will have noticed in Session 7A that we went through a variety of methods of effecting change within a clinical arena. So, for example, things like academic detailing, provision of workshops, training courses, audit and feedback. All of these have been seen to work with a clinical or professional audience. But the stakeholders won't just include those with a clinical background. It may be that change will only be achieved if you target members of the public or patients with a particular condition. It may be that your action plan targets middle managers, and that will be how the policy will be rolled out. So quite clearly, the consideration of the target audience will drive the way that you determine your action plan. And you'll notice that within the context of this particular module that the second piece of assessed work is an implementation plan, but one that can be delivered in a variety of formats. And in the supporting documentation, you will see that we not only tell you what those formats might be, but we also point you to resources to help you to create such formats. So, for example, an implementation plan might be embodied in a poster. It might be in a slide presentation with accompanying notes pages. It might be a slide presentation, a PowerPoint presentation with an audible commentary. It might be a YouTube video like this. It might be a screencast-o-matic set of slides, perhaps with a talking head. So all of those are ways that we can communicate the implementation or action plan. So what we'd like you to do in this particular module is to access the interactive video recording to be delivered by Fiona Campbell. We'd like you to read through the materials, thinking back to Unit 7A, the different tools, if you like, in the toolbox. We'd like you also to read the materials in Session 7B so you have a clear idea of what an implementation plan is, what its components will be. And this will be the opportunity for you to tie back with the first piece of assessed work, because you will have identified barriers and facilitators for your evidence brief, and those will inform not only what you do, but also how you do it. So we hope you've enjoyed the module. We hope too that you've picked up useful tips and techniques that you'll be able to use in your own setting. And above all, we hope that this particular session will help you to produce an implementation plan. So do have a look at the published examples, the supportive reading, and give consideration to your target audience. Thank you.